games industry. How do you find and pick perfect spots for people?
I always tell people network with who you know in the industry and make sure you're engaging new people to learn from them as well. But for us, we actually just want to engage all talent. There's so many different types of skill sets and levels that we want to include into our industry. That's what makes it diverse, so we can have such great experiences for everybody.
And as a recruiter, how cool is it for you to get to come to something like EA Play and see all these people who are passionate about video games and you might even be hiring someday?
Oh, it's so exciting. The vibe here is great. I love knowing that we're surrounded by such creative people and passionate people about the industry. And it's just great to see that come into our culture and see what environments get pushed through all the other different teams.
Now, you can be a recruiter for tons of things. There's tons of jobs out there. What is it about the games industry that is the perfect place to be recruiting for? Because, as I said earlier, there's so many passionate people, but how different is it working within the games industry than it is with some of the other
Я еще только запустил, уже кто-то в ВКонтаче лайкнул. Спасибо.
That's the great thing. With all the different creative people that you're surrounded by, you can learn from every day. There's new technologies going on in the game industry. It's just an exciting environment, and that allows you to be an individual and really embrace that within the culture.
And what got you into this industry? I mean, again, tons of industries out there, but what is it about games that brought you into that world?
I'm passionate about gaming. I love the game, and for me to be able to merge recruiting with gaming is a dream come true for me. So I encourage that to anybody. If you love gaming, get out there, go to EA Careers, check it out, see what we have for you to potentially just be involved with. Like I said, we have everything from recruiting, HR, finance, artists, designers, programmers.
Короче, Electronic Arts уже всех приглашает к себе, если что.
EA.com/careers. Check out our world, check out
Говорят, если вам нравятся игры, можете приходить к нам. Нам нужны люди по дополненной реальности, программисты, модельеры. Всегда нужны, лишь бы вы участвовали в развитии игр.
Подожди, они типа команду приглашают,
да? Да.
EA has play testing available for you. That's right. You can be a gameplay tester. That means playing games months, sometimes years before they come out, and having the opportunity to help develop that game and make sure that it's the perfect game and the game you want it to be. Maybe you live in the United States, Canada, Sweden, Australia, London.
Ох, еще и в целой куче стран они нужны.
That make it super easy for you to go to. So if you just go to EA.com/playtesting, you can find the perfect career path for you in testing.
Типа играй в игры, оставляй отзывы, и тебе будут какие-то плюшки за это давать. Неплохо. Надо будет зайти. Здорово, Кеш.
You don't even need to leave the bed. You could just be hanging out in your jams, testing video games, giving your feedback, and helping how these video games are made. So once again, EA.com/playtesting. Go there, find out all the information. You'll make a couple clicks here and there, and you too can be playtesting video games way before they come out and telling me what's coming out, so I know all the secrets. Because who doesn't want to do that? I want to do that. So that's, again, playtesting. Go check it out. And now we're going to go ahead inside and see what Andrea's doing. I think she's busy. She looks a little too busy for me. But look at all those people. Those people in there sitting down, hanging out, getting ready for the show. EA Play is only a few minutes away. And that is what's happening inside the Palladium. But I want to learn a little bit more about the Palladium itself. And that's why I found a man, Dylan, right here. Dylan. How you doing?
Главное, что у нас сегодня E3.
Tell me about the Palladium. What is it about this venue that makes it so special and keeps EA coming back for each EA Play?
So the Palladium opened in 1940. The opening night, Frank Sinatra was an opener on the bill. And
not even the closer? Old Blue Eyes was the opener?
Opening. So since then, about everyone's played here. Rolling Stones, Nirvana, Prince, Elton John, Jay-Z, Justin Timberlake.
Они, короче, там типа говорили, что играй в игры, оставляй отзывы об играх, и тебе будут за это типа плюшки всякие давать.
Теперь будут так делать.
Ну, это у них там на сайте надо зарегаться.
And so, what is it about EA Play that you
I just like the transformation of the venue. We take over the whole block, close down streets. There's thousands of people that come through. Have a good time. They have A-list talent that come and play concerts at night. It's a really good time.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Dylan. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
That's a little bit about the Palladium. And now, let's head inside and check out the show.
Все. У нас E3.
She told me to rap. I was rapping. We're still going. Or not rapping. We're still...
Ой-ой-ой, целые автоматы Real Racing 3. Мобильная игра на автоматах, лол.
Что?
Real Racing — это мобильная игра же. Пацан такой охреневший, чего вы меня снимаете вообще?
Welcome to the family, son.
Спасибо.
Держу в курсе, на Твиче на 5 секунд быстрее.
Да пофигу, я уже на ютубе запустил, меня устраивает. Качество хорошее, но... Twitch что-то лагает в последнее время.
Я на Твиче пошел.
Да ну, Twitch лагает в последнее время. Ой-ой-ой, Anthem засветили, все-таки его анонсируют. Покажут, видимо, геймплей. Ну это, конечно, не совсем G3, это EA Play. Ой-ой-ой.
Видишь это?
Да-да-да. Not bad. Дополненная реальность.
Oh my gosh, how cool is that? So that was Anthem. We're going to talk about that a little bit later in the show. But welcome everybody to EA Play. I'm Andrew Renee.
Это был Anthem, мультиплеерный проект EA.
Что?
Вот эта дополненная реальность, это была игра Anthem, которую они скоро выпустить должны. Они показали ее на прошлой E3. И сегодня должны показать геймплей.
But before we do that, EA Play is more than just the show you're about to watch. Right behind these doors, there is a fan fest outside, and it is huge this year. It's a full 3-day gaming festival where thousands of gamers can come and play games for free. Now, inside the theater here, there are hundreds of community members from all over the world who are going to be capturing, streaming, and getting their first impressions of the games that we're going to be showing off here today. But before we can get to that, we've got some reveals, of course. We're going to kick things off with a look at Battlefield 5 multiplayer. Now, I know Trevor Noah gave you the first look. Yeah,
мультиплеер Battlefield 5 сейчас покажут.
Last month, but we got some new stuff to show you today. Then we're going to move on to FIFA 19, and boy, do they have some big news, you guys.
Это неинтересно.
World Cup fans, you guys excited?
Awesome.
Не, ну Симсы это не такая уж плохая игра, ну просто на любителя. Ну, я же говорю, на любителя игра-то неплохая. А, да, Anthem.
Yeah, we got the woos for Anthem. I'm into it.
Сказали только что, что Anthem будет.
Well, wouldn't it be fun, you guys, if I told you all the secrets at once, right? Well, give him a break. He needs to just enjoy the show. So without further ado, let's get things started.
Пристала к какому-то чуваку такая. Так, все, я мучаюсь. Мультиплеер пошел. Нет, не мультиплеер, трейлер был короткий.
Я на Твиче смотрел, видел твою реакцию.
It's been 2 weeks since the reveal of Battlefield 5. And you know what? It's been exciting. There's been a lot of speculation and so many brilliant remixes of a reveal trailer. But there's also been lots and lots of questions from the community. And we've heard you want to see more gameplay innovations. You want to know how customization actually works. And you want to know more about arcade on the Second World War. So today, we'll show you more gameplay and why this is the deepest and most immersive battlefield yet.
It certainly is. You will be able to dive and smash through windows to surprise your enemies. Where previously defenses were stationary, you will now be able to move these weapons around on the battlefield and gain advantages. and our renowned destruction system is back and more impactful than ever. So, well, you can't really hide from those pesky tanks anymore as they come chasing it for you, as they rip through those buildings. And you will now be able to customize your soldiers, your vehicles, and your weapons, not only for the gameplay, but for the looks, as part of our portrayal of the Second World War.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg in Battlefield 5. You're going to see a lot more of our new gameplay systems here at EA Play from our community. So let's talk about our single player in War Stories.
Yes, let's do that. So we want to tell you about those untold stories that got us excited to start with on this game. It's about, what you will see is really those moments of human heroism. It is about witnessing the war through the eyes of the men and the women who shaped the world forever. Real and relatable people facing the brutality of war. We started off by an exclusive look at the Nordly's war story over at the Xbox briefing tomorrow.
Thanks, Lasse. Something not to miss tomorrow. So, our launch in October is just the beginning. You will all go on an expanding journey through the Second World War. No loot boxes, no premium pass.
No premium pass.
Да, ни премиум, ни лутбоксов, только, ну, типа, будут микротранзакции на скины.
Get something I know a lot of you have been asking for.
It's
Royale.
И сюда рояль, сука.
Royale reimagined for Battlefield. We bring those pillars of Battlefield with destruction, team play, vehicles into this new experience. So we will bring you experience that you haven't played before in Battlefield or anywhere else.
Пипец, рояль в Battlefield. Зачем я поставил фильтр мата? Я его не ставил, это стояло изначально.
So with that, it's time to show you what makes Battlefield so special. It's the unmatched intensity of our multiplayer sandbox, and this time, it's even more epic, fighting across multiple maps and modes. Welcome to your next Battlefield experience, and this is your first look at ground operations. And this time, even featuring music.
Ну, чертовски красивый, конечно, трейлер.
Zeus!
No.
FIFA?
FIFA.
Criança, sempre sonhei em tornar-me um campeão. É preciso determinação e vontade de vencer. Até mesmo nos momentos mais difíceis, tu tens de continuar a acreditar. Esta é a tua oportunidade de te mostrares ao mundo. Tu és um campeão.
Алло, алло, слышно? Алло? Алло?
Да, да.
Все. Я запутался в своих же хоккеях. Ну, у Battlefield, конечно, трейлер красивый был, не поспорить. Но Battle Royale, сука, Battle Royale в батле.
Ну это прикольно, наверное, будет.
И они такие говорят, мы услышали все, что вы просили, мы добавили то, что просили больше всего. Battle Royale, сука. Так, ну футбол не так прикольно, поэтому можно просто показать. Что ты ожидаешь от батлы?
Я очень хочу посмотреть вообще на новую физику. Поведение вообще вот этих домов после разрушения. На технику вообще саму. И вот это новые движения. Вот эти.
Ну, да, как бы прикольно.
Вот я вот это все
показали. Должно быть эпично, по крайней мере, как минимум. Правда, со стороны истории все это будет так упорото и по-дебильному сделано, скорее всего.
Нет, со стороны истории? Почему?
Но в плане того, что все переврут к херам.
Ну, почему им запрещать делать свою историю?
Ну, как бы, если вы берете Вторую мировую, то надо хоть как-то соотноситься с историческими фактами.
Ну, эти стороны, например. Стороны из Второй мировой.
Все, и хватит, да?
Да, все остальное можно.
And all that's just the beginning. As you know, the heart and soul of FIFA is gameplay. And this year, we're giving you the tools to control the pitch in every moment, from your tactical approach to the match to each technical touch. And we know how passionate you are about gameplay, so we've worked hard to shape and refine our vision for FIFA 19 with input from our community. From hands-on tests with beginners to detailed feedback sessions with pros. And we're going to be sharing a lot more about gameplay throughout the summer, but what I can tell you right now is that the quality bar in gameplay was raised yet again this year.
Каждый год одно и то же говорят.
Experiencing the game on the hands-on sessions this week. And also, of course, we're extremely excited for everybody to play it when we launch on September 28th.
Уже сколько вот, они уже 20 лет подряд, каждый год стабильно FIFA новая.
But I just wanted to take a minute to pause and reflect. Standing next to this trophy is a little bit surreal. Growing up, there's two iconic trophies that every young player dreams of winning. And for your club, it's this one, the pursuit of Champions League glory. But for your country, it's this trophy, the World Cup. And with the tournament starting in just 5 days, we're excited for the world to compete for it in FIFA 18.
As you can imagine, all of us on the FIFA team can't wait for the start of the World Cup. And we want to celebrate with FIFA 18 players, which is why we've just updated the game with a free World Cup experience on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PS, PC, and Nintendo Switch. But you can take Ronaldo and Portugal to their first World Cup victory. Or you can write your own story with some great
Осталось еще на Android выпустить, не забыть.
Or you can make a crazy dream a reality for your home country like mine, Iceland. Who would have thought that a nation of only 350,000 people would ever qualify? And you can feel their excitement.
Apologies to any England fans in the room, that might still sting. And Lena isn't the only one who's excited. FIFA 18 players are loving the World Cup experience so far. But we don't want to stop there. We want to invite everyone to come and join the celebration. So I'm pleased to announce that for a limited time, FIFA 18 complete with the entire World Cup experience is available for a free trial on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One and on PC through Origin Access. Yeah, you can download and play the entire game right now for free.
10 часов халявы. О, все, пошли играть в FIFA.
Пошли, зачем
Зачем Насата, зачем Overwatch? Пошли играть в FIFA, все.
Давай станем фиферами.
And this summer will bring so much more for FIFA fans. Plenty of FIFA 18 content centered around the World Cup, and we'll bring you all the details from FIFA 19. But in the meantime,
сзади на экране рука дергается, а футболка нет. Что-то она прокричала, конечно, такое.
On the biggest stage at the World Cup.
Трейлер бесплатного триала FIFA 18 даже сделали, офигеть.
EA Sports, FIFA 19. You know, the FIFA community never rests. 20 million people from 60 countries playing in competitive leagues this year.
Сообщество FIFA никогда не отдыхает. Конечно, каждый год в новую игру играть. Только к одной привыкли, уже новая вышла.
But I want to welcome you to EA Play. It's our third EA Play and our second one in Hollywood, and we couldn't be more excited to have you with us to share all the games that we have to show you.
Ну, они должны Anthem показать. Мультиплеерный свой проект.
The greatest disruption to the consumption of entertainment media in the last 5 years is the combination of streaming plus subscription. As consumers, watching movies, watching TV, listening to music, reading books has never been easier. And we believe that disruption is going to have a profound impact on our industry in the next few years. And so over the last couple of weeks, you will have seen that we announced a new team from Israel has joined Electronic Arts to help our investment to extend our thinking and extend our pioneering into this cloud gaming world. For many people, that's going to mean extending the experiences they already play on our partner platforms. For others, it's going to mean new games and new modalities of play across a whole variety of platforms. But for everyone, it's going to mean playing games anywhere, anytime. So this week, we've got a tech demo running. All of our games streaming in HD from the cloud to multiple devices. Think about it, try out for yourselves. Now, it's not quite ready for full market prime time yet, but it is a promise of what we hope to bring you in the future. The second part of that, of course, is subscription. And we started subscription a number of years ago, and many millions of you have signed up and experienced the joy of being able to have full access to a great catalog of games.
Не, ну я так понимаю, что на их серверах
играть, не со своего ПК. So Origin Access. Origin Access Premier will bring you all of our new PC games, starting with Madden NFL, back on the PC for the first time in over a decade.
Ну, Madden новый.
Then FIFA 19, Battlefield 5, and of course Anthem. And there'll be many more titles in the years to come. Second, you get access to the Vault, our library of over 100 games from EA and other publishers. And third, it will launch later this summer. So that's a little later in the year, but if you want to get started right now and experience the benefits and joys of subscription, come in and play a free trial of Origin Access, our base subscription, this weekend. Thank you and have a great show.
Я что-то вообще не понял. Он показал, рассказывает про Origin Access, который, по идее, уже давным-давно существует же. Или я чего-то не понимаю.
Ну еще раз рассказать о нем.
Так он говорит, что типа этим летом запустят только. Какой-то бред вообще. Ну и сказали, что можно будет попробовать бесплатно триал Origin Access.
А вот это прикольно.
Ну да. What's going on,
дядька
Vince?
из
How you feeling
Respawn.
today?
Создатели Titanfall.
I love this stuff. I love seeing new games.
Они ж сегодня будут.
I mean, someone's super excited about that man on PC, right? Yeah. So, you guys may have seen that Vince was tweeting yesterday, and there has been a bunch of speculation. So, you want to just get right to it?
Sure. I mean, we're not ready to show all of our stuff yet. We're working on a bunch of stuff. It's amazing. The teams are kicking ass. But we wanted to bring a little tidbit. So we've been working with Lucas on getting the name and kind of the setting for what our Star Wars game is going to be, and we're going to.
Игру по Star Wars же они разрабатывают. Покажут сеттинг и название.
Игру по Star Wars?
Да, они
So the Star Wars name is Jedi Fallen Order.
Woo! So
Название Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, so it kind of gives you some idea that you'll be playing a Jedi.
So does that mean
Играть
you
за
get to like
джедаем
hold a
можно.
lightsaber?
Отлично.
Yes.
Блин, он с таким выражением лица это все рассказывает.
You got anything else?
Well, it takes place during the dark times. Trying to be a little vague here, but when the Jedis are being hunted, so it's going to be spectacular.
So for all the hardcore nerds out there who want to know like where in the timeline, like between which episodes is it?
Between 3 and 4.
Okay, all right. Between 3 and 4, that sounds like a nice time. You got any other tidbits?
It's not a nice.
It's a dark time.
It's a dark time.
Очень хорошо. Нет, это не хорошо. Это темные времена.
It's just be all dark and serious.
It's amazing.
Он как будто упоротый, реально.
People are now anxiously want to know, like, when can we play the game?
It will be holiday of next year, 2019, not this year.
Короче,
sorry to dash any hope.
Зимой 19-го года аж.
Now that we know, we can set expectations. We're all going to be amped up, and hopefully we'll hear more from you maybe next year.
Oh yeah.
Well, Vince, it was great to see you. Thanks for stopping by the show today. We do have a little bit more news on Star Wars, so I'm going to toss it over to Dennis.
Еще что-то про Звездные войны. Ну конечно, Battlefront 2. Куда же без него?
Hello there. My name is Dennis. I work at DICE in Stockholm on Star Wars Battlefront 2. I'm really happy and excited to be here today, so thank you so much for hanging out with me for a little bit. So we launched our game in November of last year, and clearly we didn't get it quite right. So instead of coming out of the gate sprinting like we really wanted to, we had to take a step back and make sure that we were delivering the game that our players really wanted. So we decided to completely overhaul our progression system and add a bunch of new character cosmetics for players to collect instead.
Там же очень многие обосрали систему прогресса, когда можно было за бабки купить весь прогресс буквально. И они откатили полностью, убрали практически лутбоксы. Все.
Thank you.
Погоди, дадут играть за
Эмка. It by far the most popular update of the game, and the team loves building Ewok hunts. So, as you might know, we're currently in our Han Solo season with content from the movie coming next week. It's headlined by the new planet Kessel, a really dangerous place, and it features the return of one of our favorite modes, extraction. So looking forward a little bit, this summer we will be introducing a new squad system to the game, which will allow you to team up much easier and play with your friends. We're also adding a new starfighter mode focused around dogfighting with your hero ships.
Новые режимы добавят. Один старый добавят из первой части.
A new large-scale multiplayer sandbox experience focused around capturing command posts and attacking and taking out capital ships.
Были.
But that's not all.
We
know that you have been asking for new heroes, villains, and planets from a certain era that features a very iconic Star Wars conflict. So I'm excited to confirm that Battlefront 2 this year will be going deep into the Clone Wars.
Ох, они уйдут в войны клонов. Добавят больше контента из войн клонов. Может быть, имеет смысл ее все-таки взять наконец.
Including the largest level we've ever built for Battlefront.
А Battle Royale будет?
Let's talk about the heroes and villains.
А я бы поиграл.
Режим герои и злодеи.
Подожди, а Гривус вообще был в какой-либо, ну в первом или во втором? Они вообще были? По-моему, он не был.
В старом втором Battlefront он был.
Он только вот сейчас появился.
Нет, он в старом втором Battlefront был.
Нет, ну,
в новых нет, не было. Его вот сказали, что добавят сейчас.
Не, ну я и говорил про новую, типа.
Во что режетесь?
Мы E3 смотрим.
Да, E3.
А, что вам интересно?
Они сейчас про Звездные войны рассказывают.
Ладно.
The team at home is extremely excited to be building all of these cool things. EA and DICE are committed to Battlefront. We had a rough start, but I really think that this game has a bright future. Thank you very much for playing the game.
У нас был жесткий старт, но я верю, что у нас светлое будущее у игры.
Так, знаешь, да? Сейчас мне смех. А я, наверное, куплю, если они Эвоков добавят.
Только ради Эвоков?
Да. Ой, что это?
Учимся. Это была у них когда-то игра Unravel.
Да,
очень добрый, красивый платформер провязанного человечка. Видимо, вторая часть будет.
Не знаю зачем, но у меня есть на всех платформах.
Я, кстати, в первую часть так и не играл.
Не, я поиграл на Play. Там PlayStation Plus раздавали. Я взял.
You lose everything, including your spark. But when things are at their darkest, you find hope. And you form a new bond. And your spark is rekindled.
Чё, кооператив?
Кооператив? Кооператив?
So welcome to Unravel 2.
Unravel 2?
Да, походу кооператив будет.
It's a game about fresh starts and second chances. These two little souls who refuse to give up and who build something new and beautiful together.
Тебе везде Battle Royale надо?
Ну почему бы и нет? Тут это прикольно вписалось.
Не, это вообще не вписалось, чувак.
Представь Battle Royale
в платформере.
You can play it alone, or you can play it co-op with a friend.
Да,
co-op. There's always two characters there, sharing one yarn and
Интересно,
working
как это соло
together to
будет
get through
проходить?
this adventure.
Это же типа сложно будет.
This game, it's quite different from the first. It's both friendlier and more challenging, but above all, it's a lot more playful. And we think it's a worthy successor. And I want to show it to you now. So I brought some help. So please welcome Michael to the stage.
Геймплей.
Покажет, как играет.
So our producer at Coldwood. And we're going to try to show you a little bit of what I'm talking about how you can play the game in co-op with yourself, essentially.
Co-op с самим собой.
Самим собой, да.
Забавно. Ой-ой-ой, дебаг, дебаг.
There we are. So when you're playing it by yourself, you can pick up the other character and carry them along through the more fast-paced segments of the game. And we actually try to include a bit more of those because we figured that since it's a co-op game, we wanted to have more like thrill and danger and kind of wow moments, places that were like fun and exciting.
Блин, ну очень красивая, конечно, игра. Она и первая была красивая.
какой игре на тебя фазан нападал еще?
And then when you get to the more puzzly areas like this, when you're problem solving, you can split apart into two and switch back and forth between the two characters.
В головоломках ты будешь, короче, переключаться между ними.
You're always working together and helping each other out and utilizing this bond between you to overcome any obstacle that you come across.
Сказали, что будет Battle Royale. Показали новый режим Battlefront 2. Вот показывает Unravel 2.
О, а теперь это вот кооп, как выглядит.
Да, второй подключился. А, ну и всякие FIFA, Madden показали, но это вообще пофиг.
Мне понравилось.
В Battlefield 5 будет Battle Royale. Блин, Battle Royale в Battlefield. Ох. Блин, ну очень красивая игра, на самом деле. Я бы поиграл, да, вот в копе я бы точно поиграл бы. Потому что мало того, что она очень красивая, так еще и с таким кооперативом. Это страшная часть, говорит.
В смысле страшная часть?
Ну типа, что если упадешь, то все, там очень узкие платформы такие.
Okay, I'll go up and distract the grouse. I'll sneak up here.
Пойду наверх и отвлеку его. Прикольно, один отвлекает, второй приходит.
Yeah, look at me.
Да, это же прикольно.
Now I'll go.
Все в шоке.
Да.
Из стороны в сторону.
There you go.
Блин, мне кажется, VPN включен в браузере, надо его выключить.
Now we can breathe again. Yeah, finally.
Я могу опять дышать, говорит, после этого прохождения.
So that's a quick little look at Unravel 2.
Прикольно.
Ну, очень красиво. Как и первая часть, только еще красивее все-таки.
I really hope you like it.
Ну и кооп пошел на пользу игре, по-моему.
I just want to send some love to the team back home because working on this game has been a completely amazing team effort in so many levels, and everybody has worked so hard. So there's a bunch of us from Coldwood here, and thank you to those, and thank you to everybody back home, and thank you.
Так, пока болтовня, я быстренько переключусь. Кое-что поправлю. Да, у меня включен VPN.
Это еще раз?
Сука, нет, там трейлер идет. Надо вернуть. Я ж не мудак. Ну да, трейлер, конечно, тоже красивый очень.
Саунд очень прикольный. Прям то, что надо.
Шикарная, конечно, игра будет.
And I can't personally wait to play Unravel 2 with my kids. But what's even more amazing is that we will make Unravel 2 available to everyone today. Yep.
Уже сегодня доступен. О! Нет, он говорит, что с дочкой может играть.
So thank you, Martin, and thank you to the team at Coldwood. Back in 2015,
Они ее прямо сейчас в релиз запустили. Охренеть.
Нормально. It's been our way of helping these creators bring their unique games to the world and to tell their stories. And last year, if you remember, Joseph Fares was up here on stage representing his team at Haze Light and The Way Out.
Программой их EA Originals. Первая игра в этой программе была и Way Out, и вот они сейчас покажут еще какую-то индюшатину, которую помогут издать.
It's innovative, it's fun, and it's something fresh and new, and you all loved it. We saw over 2 million players in the first 2 weeks. And The Way Out is such a huge success that Joseph and his team are expanding and moving into a new studio. So stories like this drive our industry, and it's why we will continue to work with independent developers to help them realize their dreams. Which leads us to our next EA Originals title, from a little game studio in Berlin called Joe My Games.
Ну да, вот в этой программе EA Originals они помогут издать игру независимых разработчиков.
Carries a very powerful and important message, and it's unlike anything we have ever done. So please welcome Connie Gepper to the stage from Joe My Games to tell you more about Sea of Solitude.
Sea of Solitude.
Море одиночества.
Thank you, Patrick. I still remember during the pitch how enthusiastic Patrick was, and that afterwards, like our whole team, including me, were super excited. It actually feels a little bit the same right now. I'm pretty excited.
Но это же не берут, короче, в эту программу EA Originals, они берут оригинальные проекты от независимых разработчиков, финансируют их и помогают издать через Origin.
We are Yomai, a small indie game studio from Berlin, and we are developing Sea of Solitude, or
То есть это не Electronic Arts разрабатывает, а независимые разработчики из маленькой компании.
The very first concept to actually becoming a part of EA Originals is simply amazing. Let me tell you more about our game. When humans get too lonely, they turn into monsters.
Ну это
This
что-то вроде.
is at the core of everything you will see, hear, and hopefully feel while playing SOS. What makes this underlying concept so important and so unique is that nearly every human being can at least somehow relate to or remember the feeling of being lonely. In my case, I started writing the story when I felt the loneliest in my life. I think as an artist, you process your emotional world by letting it out and putting it into your art. I'm still amazed how like the concept seems to just float out of me like right into the hand and onto the paper. I think this is also why so many people can instantly connect with the game, because it's not a made-up story, even though that it takes place in a fantastic setting. In SOS, we try to show how people experience different kinds of loneliness, but also how outsiders, friends, and families see those who struggle. We achieve all this in playful ways so that players who want to simply enjoy a fantastic experience can do so. But player who wants to look a bit deeper can reveal a whole emotional world beneath it all. Sea of Solitude is about a young woman named Kay who is suffering from such strong loneliness that her inner feeling, the darkness, the anger,
в общем, хотят показать игрой чувство одиночества в огромном мире затопленном.
Как же красиво звучит.
Ну да.
The game is about finding out why this happened to her, but also how to turn her back into a human.
Нет.
Ultimately, the goal is to bring all those emotions into balance. Some needs to become bigger, some would be better off a little smaller, but to embrace even your destructive part or your self-doubt in the same way you embrace your joy or your hope. This is what being human is all about. And that's what our game is all about. Thank you.
Is this real?
Трейлер.
This world that I live in is empty and cold. The loneliness cuts me and tortures my soul. I'm no child of destiny and no fortune's son. I've just chased you so long now, I'm too weak to run. A new day is here, but nothing is new. Alone in my room, I tremble for you.
Выглядит как-то непонятно пока что.
Ну типа, смотри, она монстр.
Но ее при этом съедают другие монстры.
Не, ну типа она, по-моему,
Так, NBA.
Можно пообсуждать.
Ну да, NBA. Хотя я обещал в трейлерах молчать. Ладно, молчим.
Say it how you want. Trust the process. Run as one. Call next. Or be the answer. As long as you hold your course. Just remember though, wherever you call home, whatever your fit, or however you ball, you're on my court. I'm the one. I'm the one. I'm the one. And this is my squad.
Так, все, трейлеры нет, не закончились, что ли?
My name's Shay Kivlin, aka
Закончился.
I'm from Seattle, Washington. The only goal of mine is really to win the Mountain Belt.
Подожди, это ж не трейлер.
He's been going after that belt since 2016. At some point, he's going to need to get out of this quarterfinal and claim a major.
It's a big night for young Kiv. He's been stuck at the quarterfinals.
And here he is now in his
first
championship, looking to accomplish a goal.
3rd and 4, throws it low. T.Y. drops it.
That was a phenomenal read, and Trini's got the lead.
40-19.
I hate losing way more than I love winning.
Oh, we have an incredible matchup. It's a rematch.
Господи, по Мэдден проводится турнир.
He throws it high, and young Kiv is going to be your champion. Can I play you again?
You want to get smacked again on TV?
Happy face, no! Madden 18 champion.
He's finally done it.
Ля. Надеюсь, не будет, да, ведь Хелла?
Тебе Мэддена не хватает.
Не, я говорю то, что... Не,
а, вот чувак, который выиграл этот пояс, вышел. Его пригласили даже.
Wow, already starting. Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Juju Smith-Schuster from the Pittsburgh Steelers. As you guys can see, king of touchdown celebrations. That's pretty fire. I like that a lot. As you guys know, this is young Kiv. Madden 18. Madden champion. Give it up for young Kiv, y'all. Give it up. Young Kiv, how has it been? You know, your success and your path, you know, to where you're at today.
It's I've always been a competitor. When I was in high school, I was playing baseball. I hurt my arm. So then I picked up Madden, and at first I was really bad. I was getting blown out online, but I kept at it. I put more and more time into it. Eventually, I made my first tournament, but I had a big decision. It was the same time as my graduation.
Okay. So the key to be the number one player in Madden is to hurt your arm in baseball. That's number one. Number two. You said you had the decision to go to your graduation or go to a tournament. So like, what did you do?
I chased that money. I still got my diploma, but I chased that money.
There you go. We're out here chasing money. That's awesome.
Okay,
now the past few years, how has it been for you? I know you had some ups and downs.
It's been tough. I've had a lot of devastating losses. I've been so close so many times. I made the final on TV and got blown out by all those losses. It made me gain a lot of mental toughness, and that's how I got this belt.
That's awesome. That belt is so amazing. There's a lot of, bling on that belt for you. Well, today, EA Play, first look at the Madden 19 trailer. Super excited. It's going to be so fun. It's lit. I honestly wish I can stay right here and talk to you guys forever, but I'm not going to board you guys. We're going to go out. I'm going to try to take this belt, round 2. So, we're out. Have a good day.
Отобрал у него пояс такой.
You've worked your whole life to get to moments like these. To the very top of the mountain. You battle through the pain and failure. All just to get to this place where you've been told legends are born. You fall so you can rise. And you rise so that you can truly see that it was really never about reaching the end of the road at all, but about all the moments that got you here. So, you were in their position. Would you let the moment define you? Or will you define the moment?
Madden 19.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Nathanius, professional shoutcaster, here alongside Redwood Studios General Manager Michael Martinez.
Давайте завезем еще Battle Royale в Madden. Действительно, почему же нет?
First look at a brand new mobile game in a live winner-take-all head-to-head match. Michael, let's tell us the rules.
Sure thing. The objective is straightforward. Destroy the opponent's base to win. Unit control, super simple. Just tap the destination, unit automatically moves down. The most efficient way to destroy the opponent's base is with this giant nuclear missile in the center of the map. Control the missile by standing on a majority of the control points. A bar fills up while the missile is possessed. Whoever controls the missile when the bar fills up will fire the missile. Takes 2 missiles to destroy the enemy's base and win. That's it.
Sounds great, Michael. Well, enough talking about it. Let's get to this match.
Absolutely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have an awesome matchup lined up for you here today. Fighting for the blue side of the room. If you could please give a cheer for one of the most formidable RTS players there is. Make some noise for In Control.
Больше всякое говно выпускают сейчас на мобильном.
Когда ты в последний раз не играл на мобильном?
His opponent fighting for the red side of the room, a competitive mobile gaming phenomenon. Please join me in welcoming to the stage.
Я уже второй год, наверное, не играю на мобилке. Просто зачем? Есть компьютер, есть бы. Зачем играть на мобилках?
Ну, я в маршрутке играю, на рабочей иногда
играю. Now, Mike, it's going to be a real clash of these gaming styles and competitive backgrounds that these players have. It should be a great match.
It really is. I can't wait.
All right, are the players ready? Let's get this thing going.
Ready to go. I'm ready to go. Let's do it.
All right, let's kick this off. A nice little strategy game for those of you out there. It's a good genre. I'm very excited for this. The players are loading in, and we are ready to kick
Here we go.
This off. As the players' bases have been deployed, and the action begins like any
это еще и не пошаговое, в реальном времени.
Nothing too crazy yet.
Nothing too crazy.
Now the infantry is going to come out to hold that top point. Both players, of course, trying to take that position. Nick and Knight being able to reach it a little bit first in a strategy game. That flank position that In Control is going from the top side, also very important as.
Здравствуйте, это команда Conquer. Мобильный. Мобильный команда Conquer. Убили серию на ПК, выпустили ее зато на мобиле.
Anti-infantry, and like any strategy game, the units that you're going to use when you deploy them will have a huge impact. Your micromanagement of
потому что они действительно убили ее на ПК. К сожалению.
In Control placing the turret on the top right side to help cover that Rhino as attack bikes move towards the northwest position. We can see that the missile is beginning to ready and firing that. That takes out half your base.
Ну да, две ракеты, и ты уничтожил базу противника. Не, в принципе, ничего так выглядит.
He's done a great job of holding that down. And now he's redeploying his vehicles to the south side, bringing out more
infantry to deal the attack bikes.
Ну
да, по идее можно. Я подозреваю, что это имеет смысл только уже на самых дорогих юнитах. Да, вон пошел один уже в упор.
Yeah, and In Control brings out his first tank. That's going to be used to try and help push back these smaller forces as he makes his way to the south side. That missile passing halfway now. Control of Nick at Night. He will have the missiles. We see it starts to point towards In Control's base.
Let's see if In Control can get around to that top corner, able to halt that missile. He does contest the missile, putting it into the yellow position.
Yeah, very important, of course, blocking the pathing of those units is another
Не, ну слушай, я бы поиграл в нее,
на самом деле. Она выглядит ничего.
Ну, ты просто, видимо, противник мобильных игр. Как по мне, выглядит ничего.
This missile is very, very close to firing. Let's see what's going to happen.
With another turret, In Control he takes the top that missile.
And that
первая пошла.
And Nick at Night, one shot away from being knocked out here. As the next one will start to ready up in just a moment's time. In Control's very heavy artillery forces doing a great job.
Ну вот видишь, они убили просто серию на ПК. Она была когда-то на ПК. Это офигенные были стратегии в реальном времени. Я бы сейчас с удовольствием в них играл. Но выпустив четвертую часть Command & Conquer, они просто похоронили всю серию. Она была отвратительной.
Завтра кто выступает?
Nick at Night is trying to get in there, but there's a great turret placement from In Control, blocking and just ripping through again.
Там завтра целый список на самом деле.
Another drill pod we're seeing with some flame tanks.
Yeah, bring in the flame. Of course, those flame guys do amazing damage to the infantry, help to clean that out. Meanwhile, two more tanks coming out from Nick at Night to try and secure those positions. He brings out the laser infantry on the south side as well to deal with that tank, going for counters, trying to scout out and see what your opponent is doing and make a proper response. It's so important.
Absolutely. Nick at Night cruising around, thinking about harassing those harvesters, coming around the far side for those rhinos. Looks like he's really pressing it.
And when you see that missile is starting to get close to firing with 3 zones In Control for Nick at Night, looking to set things back the other way. In Control trying to rally his forces around. He doesn't want to engage with just 1 or 2 units. He wants to move all of them together, create a good flank position, and take over that south.
And we're seeing the first mech unit from In Control. This is the Wolverine. Gonna rip, and this is watch out for this missile.
And Nick at Night's gonna fire that one off and settle the score. Next missile is gonna end it.
Next missile wins. Let's see what happens.
We'll have control. The Wolverines, as you pointed out, for In Control coming out to try and deal with these forces.
Ну это типа тоже на киберспорт уже закос. Такая соревновательная штука.
Wow. Okay, we've got our first mammoth tank on the board. If In Control can get this in position, he's going to do some serious damage.
That missile just passed halfway ready. He's also bringing out
his
first air unit.
Скорее всего, еще
a lot going on here.
It's got a lot of range that
они мало чего годного
In Control just needs to hold.
Они должны Tomb Raider новый показать.
Where is it going to go? Is he going to be able to get it off?
Будущие новости о силах State of Decay, трейлер Exodus, Crackdown 3, самая дата релиза.
Ну, Crackdown 3, что это спрашивают? Это мобильная стратегия Electronic Arts. Видимо, это Command & Conquer.
Также анонс Horizon 4. Ты ее ждешь? Да, знаю, ждешь.
Forza Horizon?
Нафиг не
надо.
И будет анонс новых частей Halo и...
Да, это мобильный Command & Conquer. Зашибись.
Ну, типа,
сука, убили серию. Сволочи.
Я завтра буду смотреть, но, наверное, присутствовать с тобой я не буду.
Я завтра не все буду смотреть. Я завтра только 1-2 конференции посмотрю. Там же несколько человек подряд будут.
Как раз таки вечером вот это приеду.
The studio has been having an absolute blast playing this game.
Если, конечно,
we can't wait for you to play. Please let us know what you think.
Если не будет, ну, мало чего потеряю, если честно. Опа.
на трейлер они, по-моему, потратили больше времени, чем на игру.
Трейлер это вот Ubisoft.
Да. Но в конце показали ключевого персонажа серии, кстати.
Кстати, хорошо, что они показали сначала геймплей, а потом трейлер. А не наоборот.
Что-то он там про Anthem сказал.
And what I can say about all of those teams, and what I can say about us, is that we are always trying to learn and listen and strive to be better. And so, as you look at the 10 experiences that you're going to see today, and as you play games this week, there's some things we hope come through. First, that at the very core is choice, is that you as players get to choose how you play, what you play, when you play, and what devices you play on. That in making those choices, you feel you are treated fairly, that no one is given an unfair advantage or disadvantage for how they choose to play. That for every moment that you invest, we know that you put so much of your life into the games we make, and that for every moment that you invest, you feel like you are rewarded and you are given value for that investment. And most importantly, that the games are fun, that we move past the grind, and that these are experiences that truly enhance your lives. And so, as we think through all the things that we're trying to do, know that we want to be better, and that we want to make great games. And that as much as we love making games, and as much as you love playing them, there's something that is even greater that we can do together. The power of this community when we come together to do amazing things is profound. Last weekend was the third year of our Play to Give program, where we show the world how the power of play can be a positive force for social impact. Millions of you out there participated in 9 in-game challenges in our games, logging millions of hours in support of Play to Give. And to celebrate that, we contributed a total of $1 million to 3 charities that share our vision for a more inclusive world. A world where representation and equality are not something we strive for, they are the standards. And where bullying and exclusion are not an everyday thread. These 3 organizations, the United Nations He for She, Pace's National Bullying Prevention Center, and Ditch the Label, an anti-bullying organization, all are doing great work, and we're proud to support them through Play to Give. And thank you for your support. Thousands of us at EA and millions of you together doing immeasurable good because we love games. Thanks for being with us. And thanks for the incredible privilege of making games for all of you. Now, without further ado, let's take a look at Anthem.
Spoilership.
The gods vanished and left our world in chaos, creating, altering, destroying. The Anthem is all that remains.
There's a storm coming. These walls can't protect us forever.
Destroy us all.
Примерно этого я и ожидал.
Так, Блэд. Там в начале был шлем из этого, из Destiny. Я не понял, что это такое?
Нет, к Destiny эта игра не относится.
Так, а он был-то?
Ну, тем не менее.
Вот один в один шлем из Destiny.
Ну, к Destiny эта игра не относится, это отдельная компания вообще.
Так, смотри, там 4 ствола.
Сейчас покажут геймплей.
I know all of you, like me, have had tons of questions about Anthem since last year because we're all BioWare fans. So we're going to do something a little bit different for the rest of the show, and we're going to take a deep dive into Anthem. So I'm going to bring out some members of the BioWare team to chat with us. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Casey Hudson, Mark Dara, and Kathleen Rutzard.
Вот она пригласила людей из BioWare.
Alright, thanks guys. Thanks for coming out today. Just got a little game to show, right?
Можно геймплей?
It's going to be very exciting. So Casey, we're going to go ahead and just jump right in and get started with you. So now, we know that you all started
А что будет на ПК геймшоу?
Way back in the day.
Мелкие компании, ну, в основном индюшина будет.
Worked on Anthem before you left.
Yeah, that's right. So, you know, first of all, it's amazing to be back. It's awesome to be making games for BioWare fans. You know, we have the best fans.
Я бы посидел на Microsoft на презентации сейчас.
Come back to it, and you know, I just want to be able to continue the legacy of the studio, and that's kind of where it started with Anthem. You know, what is the evolution of a BioWare game? And we wanted to create a brand new world for people to discover, you know, a whole new world of story and character. But we also wanted to do something that was, you know, more of a dynamic and living world, a game that would change every time you came back and played it. We also wanted to do something where, you know, if you wanted to invite your friends into it, then you could do that as well. So that was really the initial vision of the game, not an MMO, not a multiplayer game with story sort of bolted on the side, but something new and different, and I think the team has really captured that vision over the years.
Это не мультиплеерная игра с сюжетом, это что-то новенькое.
Чё?
Нет, он сказал, что это не ММО и не мультиплеерная игра с сюжетом. Это что-то новенькое. Что?
Не, ну коп это не просто же так, да, 4 персонажей.
Я тебя просто перевожу то, что он сказал.
Я понял.
Now you can build a solution to that, but you have to really build it into the core of the game. And that's what we've tried to do with Anthem. It's what we call our world, my story. So when you're out in the open world is really dangerous and you're focused on your mission. And this is where other players get to play with you. The thing that's really interesting about this,
получается, другие игроки играют с тобой только в открытом мире, а когда ты заходишь в какие-то локации, игроков, по идее, нет, если ты их не позовешь. То есть это полу-ММО все-таки.
Не, ну они же сказали, что это не ММО.
Ну это полу-ММО.
It's a shared world that we all experience together. But then when I finish my mission, I come back to a base like Fort Tarsus. And this is a single-player experience. I turn in my rewards, I talk to some characters, I experience the choices of my action. And this is where your story really lives and breathes. And by doing it this way, we're able to combine that impact and agency of a single-player story with the fun of teaming up with your friends to play co-op in combat.
And we're also designing it so that we can add story for years to come.
Короче, это как игра-сервис получается. Они говорят уже, что мы сделали так, чтобы можно было годами добавлять истории в эту игру.
Как Division, получается.
Ну, только это еще эпичнее, походу.
Не, ну, типа сам геймплей. Что типа заходишь в бункер.
Ну да, что-то вроде
того. Выходишь, попадаешь в онлайн-мир.
Well, I'm certainly not going to complain about more story. I don't think anybody out there is going to either. So, Kathleen, I wanted to ask you, from a writing perspective, can you speak to what it's like to create a new world like Anthem from the beginning?
Yeah,
well, what's really exciting for us, and not just the writers, but all of the devs, the designers, the artists, is that we're creating something new and mysterious for players to discover. So at the heart of the premise of Anthem is a world left unfinished by the gods. But the gods left behind their massive tools, and those tools are in constant conflict with this unknowable force called the anthem of creation. And the chaos of those things pushing against each other means that the world is constantly being reshaped in new and unpredictable ways.
Yeah, violent storms, creatures, gigantic monsters. It's a dangerous environment that you need to wear a suit of powered armor, a javelin, to be safe in.
Now, something I think a lot of players out there maybe don't stop to think about is just how much work goes into creating a new intellectual property or IP, as we've been saying. Now, we've seen all these different creatures, and Mark, you mentioned the storms. What's the process of
говорили, что когда ты выходишь в открытый мир, ты попадаешь в онлайн. И взаимодействуешь с другими игроками.
You know, and really the hardest part is getting started, just kind of getting off the blank page. So what we try to do is we think about the new experiences that we're trying to unlock for players. So like, what is the fantasy fulfillment? What are the new things you actually get to go and do that are different from what you've played before? So that's where we start. And then once we think about those things, you know, that's the power of creating new IP, especially for games, is that you actually get to build a whole fictional universe that's meant to bring out a certain experience. And then once we do that, then we still need to build all the rest of the stuff, and what unlocks us creatively is to think about like principles around art style, tone, and even the technology and the politics of our new world. And then from there we can actually go and build out every last detail.
Yeah, and one of the unique challenges for Anthem is that it's a world, an experience that's meant to feel alive, like it's happening right now. And so the world is always changing, whether the storms, seasons, and yeah, it's a really great concept to write for, because what it means is it gives us the opportunity to drop into the world, almost in real time, a dramatic event that changes the world for everyone. And that could be anything from gameplay to lore.
I mean, all of the moving parts in the dynamic world sound really cool, the way that they sound like they're going to come together. But even though there's obviously a lot going on, it really all comes back to your character. So let's talk about who we're going to be playing as and why we're fighting these crazy beasts.
So you are a freelancer, uniquely skilled to pilot these Javelin exosuits. And you need those suits to survive and fight in this world, because the world will kill you. But on top of that, our ancient rivals, the Dominion, have they've discovered a way, they think, to weaponize the anthem of creation, and so we need to stop them and protect the free people of Tarsus.
Now, I've heard you call this power armor a couple different things. Is it a suit? Is it a javelin? Like, what's the canon term here?
We call them javelins, and there are 4, and they each have unique abilities. There's the Ranger.
Ну да, это, короче, что-то типа Warframe все же. 4 вида костюма.
Yeah, so each javelin gives you a different way to play the game. But the thing to remember is, like Kathleen said, you're not your suit. You are a freelancer, a pilot, which means you can decide which suit you want to use based on your mood, based on the mission you want to engage it, or the javelins that your friends are using. So really what this allows us to do is we built the suits to look like they're built from the materials of the world. So they each have their own unique abilities. So let's take a look at the Ranger now. The Ranger is a more generalized suit, able to do a lot of different things, really designed for up-close and personal combat, one-on-one for the most part. The Colossus is heavier, more specialized, but able to really pack in big weapons that let them devastate the battlefield.
I'm just going to say the Storm looks like it's going to be my favorite. I'm sure you guys out there are picking your faves right now, too. So the javelins look awesome, but we're going to take a couple questions right now. So Casey tweeted, some of you may have seen, asking for people out there to send us your questions. And the first one is going to be from @It'sSweetNicole, who asks, as a player who is all about making their character their own, what kind of customization options will be available in Anthem?
Yeah, so we really want players to express themselves, both through customizing the way their javelin plays through gear and weapons, but also being able to personalize the way that it looks, both through paint jobs as well as changing the actual geometry of the suit itself. We want teams to be able to do this as well.
Тут, если честно,
And
минимум
because you're going to be using a javelin for a long period of time, we really want you to be able to make it your own.
I'm glad you brought that up, because actually, Jay Legato has a question connected to customization. Monetization.
Монетизация. Когда лутбоксы светика.
But you're always going to know what you're going to buy before you spend any money on it. So no loot boxes, no ability to pay for power.
Никаких лутбоксов, никаких pay to win.
Это
хорошо.
But even more important than that, we want to make sure that Anthem is an immersive experience that feels like it's complete from the get-go. So that means the main story, a big open world, and an ongoing service that provides new content for a long period of time. New story, new...
Ну да, они вот опять говорят, что мы хотим очень долго ее поддерживать и добавлять истории.
That's really all I wanted to know, I'm going to be honest. All right, Casey. We talked earlier about this being a co-op experience. So can you tell me a little bit about how the team gameplay in Anthem is going to work?
Yeah, it really is about the fun of teaming up as a team of superheroes and working together. So you want to get a few people together of different classes. So I think here we're going to see the Colossus, just hammering people on the ground in gameplay. If we can have a look at that. So heavy artillery, being really strong, in melee combat. And then here you've got the Ranger shooting down from above. And then they're using combos and special abilities and stuff like that. But what I love is you don't just run around, you're swimming and flying as well.
So it's interesting because Alex wants to know how will you balance multiplayer with single-player storytelling?
So Anthem's really built around trying to combine the impact of having a personal story with the fun of playing with other players. But we really want to make sure that playing with other people feels like a choice. So for people that want to just experience the story, you're going to be able to do that. Now, going over to an open world like this, by yourself is going to be a little bit more challenging than if the team of 4 people. And we've really tried to balance the co-op experience to be fun for people that don't normally engage in this kind of thing. So I really hope that everyone at least gives co-op a try.
Okay, that's good to know. If you want to roll solo, you can, but it's just going to be a little bit more difficult. Well, I know you all are on the edges of your seats. How about we show a little gameplay?
Gameplay.
All right, so Kathleen, I think you're going to set this up for us?
I will. So, you and your friends have decided to play a mission called Scars and Villainy. Scars have put together an acid-based super weapon. So you start in the Strider, which is like a giant walker, and it's your forward base of operations. You have a conversation with your crew, Halleck, Faye, and Owen, and you'll hear Owen. He's going to talk us through the mission as we experience it here. And yeah, then you just get into your javelin suit and you head out with your friends.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mark, Casey, Kathleen, for talking to me about Anthem today. We're going to go ahead and roll the gameplay now. Enjoy, everybody.
Всегда мечтал побывать в шагоходе.
Так, геймплей. Пожалуй, пора мучиться.
Freelancer, time to get to work. They said these bastards made some kind of acid. They're using it as a weapon. So, find where they're making this garbage and shut it all down.
Owen, what's the plan here?
Picking up loads of scars nearby. Take a look around the area, but be careful.
Right. Checking out the scar camp some more.
Look at all the weapons! Oh, and the turrets! Better move quickly. There's a shaker relic. Wait, something's odd. Get a closer look, would you? See those radiant pieces of energy? They're echoes from the Anthem of Creation. Loads of scars nearby. Be careful. Return them to the relic. You've got to silence it fast. It's gone silent. Disaster averted. Do you think we get a bonus for... Wait, something's happening.
What the hell was that?
I think that was whatever laid all the eggs around here. The sound came from below your position. On the plus side, this definitely counts toward hazard pay. There's a trail of this acid gunk leading down. Follow it, and we should find the source.
I'm so hyped, you guys.
Мне не нравится, что они показали, как вообще вот это происходит. Мне вот это вообще не нравится.
Я же говорю, как-то геймплей нарезан такими хаотичными кусками.
Не, геймплей нормально нарезан, а вот типа мне начало не понравилось, то что они просто не показали, как высадкой.
Не, ну они типа выезжают наверх с этого шагохода на крышу. Там показали, как он выезжает.
Нет, ты не понял, про что я говорю. Как ты вообще на локацию попадаешь, на которой идет миссия? Вот меня вот это настораживает.
На шагоходе приезжаешь.
Ну вот я боюсь, чтобы это не было как в этом, как в Warframe. Вот я вот молюсь, чтобы так не было. И очень нравится то, что, короче, боевка идет и по вертикали тоже.
Ну да.
Вот это очень прикольно. Во всех плоскостях.
EA has so much available right now. Now, for those of you keeping score, you can get your free trial of FIFA 18's World Cup today. And Andrew told us about the free trial of Origin Access. Yarny is back with a buddy in Unravel 2, which is also available today. Plus, you can take on your friends in Command & Conquer Rivals starting today as well. Now, that's a lot of available stuff that's out today. Is anybody ready to go home and download anything? No? You're like, I just want to go outside into the fan fest. I get it. So, I want you guys now to keep your streams going because in just a few moments, the FIFA 18 World Cup live tournament is going to begin. I'm going to head outside and check out the games, but I want to thank everybody for coming down to EA Play today and watching the press conference, and have a great weekend.
Ну, спорно, конечно. Годноты маловато.
Да нет, ну такое, типа средничок.
Ну, Battlefield показали.
Battlefield, Unravel и вот...
Unravel, да, хороший, конечно. Порадовали Unravel. Особенно, что он уже доступен. Что они его уже взяли и выпустили сегодня же. Ну, Anthem...
Мне понравилось. Мне понравилась игра на этот, на телефон. 10 из 10.
А я скачаю, я поиграю. Пошел ты в задницу.
Я понял. Ладно, давай, я пойду. Значит, вот тебе...
Вот так вот, да? Ты меня кидаешь?
Не подумай.
Тут вот еще что-то
происходит. Welcome back to the stream. Now, I know the FIFA 19 was exciting. We saw that trailer. Champions League is coming to FIFA for the first time ever, but the World Cup is 5 days away. So what we decided to do is have a tournament with some national teams: England, Mexico, Germany, and the USA, and decide who will be the champions of the Creators Cup. And I'm not alone. We got some special guests. The first one.
Какой-то нигер рассказывает.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm very good, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing great. Now I know you didn't qualify for the World Cup with Ireland, but how have you been enjoying?
Я тут иду, тут еще какой-то нигер рассказывает про...
Да, сам. Твичи 3.
А, они сейчас будут показывать, походу, геймплей FIFA.
Ну, давай, удачи нам посидеть.
Вот так вот, то есть ты меня кидаешь, да?
Не, ну мне не интересно, если честно тебе скажу.
Кидал. Просто кидал.
Не-не-не, я с тобой посижу, ну типа смотреть.
Сейчас посмотрим, что они покажут, если это геймплей.
Я отойду на минуту.
На минуту? Точно? Ой, там какой-то нигер такой очень странный, весь в серебре.
Dude, I'm a big Teen Titans fan, so I really do love that. King Batch as well. You know him from being one of the kings of Vine, the king of Vine, I would say.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I think I said that. Right.
I'll say that, right? I know him from The Babysitter on Netflix. By the way, check it out.
Netflix, yeah.
There, you know. Comedian as well. He's going to be representing the USA. And then we got Mexico over on this other side. Juan Barbarita, huge Latin, YouTube, Instagram, you name it.
Don't forget Netflix. He's on Netflix now. What has stepped up? Yeah, I'm playing the real world now. Man, I'm doing it.
He's on Netflix. They're killing Netflix right now. It's amazing. And last but not least, we got
Hey, I'm not on Netflix, but hey. Let's go. We're know how to play the game, so let's go, baby. Let's go.
It's not on Netflix, but the biggest FIFA Twitch streamer, the most famous mustache in video games. Now,
look at it.
Rate his mustache.
I will never ever grow it. I've never rated another man's mustache.
I don't think we want to do that.
All right, good. That's not a good mustache. That is not good. Come on, Myler.
We're gonna go straight into the game. Let's kick things off. USA versus Mexico.
All right.
Hit it.
Predictions. Who's gonna win? Mexico's gonna win. Put that in the game. A little bit of bling bling.
I think.
Да, это просто игра в FIFA.
How much would you say that cost?
Стрим рукавов, может быть, сейчас потому что поиграть.
All right, I got an eSports security.